Texas now finds itself in the center of a huge controversy regarding a proposed city founded by an Islamic organization. Now, the official name is the East Plano Islamic Center. It's also known as EPIC. But this EPIC Center they're proposing a mosque-centered city there in Texas, which some have accused as being a Sharia-based enclave in disguise. Even Texas Governor Greg Abbott has launched an investigation into the whole matter, but is now being accused himself of trampling religious freedoms. So what exactly is going on in the Lone Star State, and what's behind all the concern? Well, here now to discuss this is Krista Schild. She's the director of Defending Our Republic. She's been one, certainly, among others, who's at the tip of the spear on this whole issue. Krista, welcome to Washington Watch. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you, Jody. It's an honor to be here. So what's happening?
Yeah, tell us. Let me start with this. I think the big question for a lot of people, and then I want to go to the broader issue, but this whole issue of Sharia law, what is, that's certainly the accusation. Where does that accusation come from, and is it real?
Yes, it is, very much. Actually, I've been calling it not a Muslim community. I've been calling it a Sharia compound, but better yet, they went a year ago when they dropped the first video out of East Plano Islamic Center describing the details of their plans. They called it EPIC 2 or E2. EPIC 1 is already in existence. There's a caliphate that's already in existence in Plano, Texas, surrounding East Plano Islamic Center. And they're calling it EPIC City now for a very good reason, because it will be a city within a city, and I call it a Hamas sanctuary city for very good reason, because East Plano Islamic Center, we have mounds of evidence, including my own personal investigations, that show their alignment with Hamas. Their scholar, Yasser Qadi, he has several videos out aligning himself with Hamas, the attacks of October 7th, 2023 in Israel, and I have videos of them involved in a campaign with CARE, who's also Hamas, an arm of the Muslim Brotherhood, and they were demanding the release of an al-Qaeda operative out of Carswell Federal Prison in September of 2021. Her name is Dr. Afia Siddiqui, and she is in federal prison for very good reason. She was shooting at our troops in Afghanistan and building bombs to take out our officers, as well as planting dirty bombs here in the United States. She was found with a whole list of places that she was going to plant these bombs. And so that's just a little bit of that alignment that we've been showing our elected officials and why we're calling this what it is.
Yeah, so with that kind of evidence, why and how does anyone else stand up defending the city by saying it has nothing to do with Hamas, nothing to do with Sharia law? I mean, what you just described sounds like the evidence is pretty out in the open.
It is, and it's very open source information. I've spent the past several months listening to videos of their Islamic scholar Yasser Qadi teach his people how to do boycott, divestment, and sanctions on Israel, saying things like Jews and Christians are filthy, and it's incumbent upon us in jihad to take their lives and their property. So we have videographic evidence of their school at EPIC with their second grade girls in the school at a fundraiser last year chanting, as you see right here, thank you for showing the clip, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." And they're holding up a map of Palestine, and Israel's wiped off the face of the map. I don't know how you get any clearer who these people are and what their intentions are for these developments.
Wow, remarkable. So, all right, they already have E1, as you described. It's already been there for several years. Now their proposal is E2. What does that entail? What would E2 look like?
So what they're calling it now is EPIC City. And so they've got bolder and feel like they've already conquered this territory and they've won. And so they really want a city within a city. And so that land encompasses both Josephine and South Farmersville, Texas. It encompasses both Collin County and Hunt County. And those properties, the main property is 402 acres, where they plan on developing a central mosque, 1,000 homes, which they pre-sold the home sites for, apartment buildings, a senior living center, sports complexes, private boys and girls segregated Sharia schools, you name it, retail spaces, restaurants, their own water tower, wastewater treatment. And because they've been studying the way we set up our what we call extraterritorial jurisdictions, or ETJs, with their own municipal utility districts, they figured out that they can have all the benefits of living out in this rural property in the county, and yet having the advantages of being connected into the city, and the city councils have been bullied into annexing them so that they have emergency services, and they could turn around and sue the city, and the taxpayer will be on the hook to pay them at some point. So
amazing.
They're able to get their own voting poll in there, and they are able to get their own police force as a MUD out there in the ETJ.
Krista Schild, Director of Defending Our Republic, I want to thank you for joining us on Washington Watch. Incredible development taking place there. Thank you for joining us.